Welcome everybody to John with Dr. Sean, and this is kind of a corner of the internet that we're starting to be able to get into your comments and questions and really provide value to Dr. Sean's audience and all of you guys watching back at home. And so, yeah, today, stick around to the end. We have some valuable information on digestion and really just trying to bring value to your life. And so for this one today, if you want to throw it up there, Sean, we get into this comment on one of our latest videos, and this viewer, it says, I pee green whenever I take vitamin B complex. Now, this was particularly interesting to you, Dr. Sean, and I wanted you to be able to kind of tell the story of, well, you obviously see that peeing green is valuable. So how did you figure that out? And what would you want to respond to this person?
Yeah, so it's interesting. If you jump on the internet, there's not a whole lot about this, but I think it's really important. I think it's a critical area, a biohack that humans need to be aware of. I think our ancestors would have paid a lot more attention to our urine than our current species does. And if you look in the wild at animals, which, by the way, are optimally healthy, very different from us, their attitude towards urine is very different. They pay a lot more attention to it, their own urine, other animals' urine. And so what are we missing out by not doing that? Now, I'm not suggesting you got to go around and start tasting and smelling urine. And there are a lot of people out there that are actually doing like urine therapy and stuff. And I will reserve comment about that. But what I will talk about is I do think we need to be paying more attention to ourselves when we are urinating, when we're peeing, and when we're defecating. So today, I want to talk a little bit about green urine. And my own interest in this is over a period of time, I track a lot of things. One of the superpowers I have is that I pay attention to stuff. I see little tiny changes. And I noticed my own urine was changing colors. And I'm a physician. Let me tell you, I have seen gallons of this stuff. I've seen swimming pools of urine. I mean, just over my career. So physicians just see a lot of urine. And then if you happen to serve in the military, you're going to see a lot of urine because we walk around with our pee in our cups, on urine drug screening days. And that's part of the experience with anybody in the military. You have to do drug screening. So we're all walking around urine. And I noticed my urine was very different than other people's, dingy yellow. And I have, I had this fluorescent kind of yellowish green and eventually turned more fluorescent kind of green color, almost like radiator fluid. So over a period of time, I saw my urine was changing. And the interesting thing was, it was changing in a kind of a interesting and an attractive way. It wasn't turning into a gross green, like moldy green disease, like, some like, somebody was getting some putrefaction or something. It was an intriguing, more attractive quality to it. So in this particular comment, the reason what caught my attention and when I did this video, and you can check it out, watch it on YouTube, about peeing green, this follower had this comment, well, I pee green when I take a vitamin B complex. So what do they mean by that? Well, you can take a vitamin B complex, like these vitamins, and you can notice a change in your color of urine, and maybe it's a brighter yellow, and I'm sure you've seen that, and maybe you even get to a green. But does that mean you're healthy and is that it? Here's what my point is. You don't want to have green, just green urine for the sake of it being green. What you want to have is urine that is really reflective of an optimized lifestyle, and more particularly an optimized microbiome and an optimized digestion. So really, in reality, what you want to do is have this thing so healthy, your intestinal tract, that your microbiome does magic that other people can't. That you have a superpower contained within your gut that you can take a piece of meat and get green urine. That's your bioflex. That's what you want to do. Yeah, you might be all impressed yourself, being able to lift all that weight, But I'll tell you what I'm impressed with. Somebody who can take a piece of meat and pea green. You know why? Because it tells me their epithelial cells, these right here, lining their microvilli in their intestine, do what other people's epithelial cells can't do. They take regular, regular meat. I don't want to say regular. I think this is not going to happen from grain-fed. I know it's not going to happen. It could, but I notice it doesn't really happen with grain-fed beef. It happens with grass-fed beef, the healthiest animals with the highest amount of nutritional content. Well, higher levels of omega-3s and flavonols and phenolic compounds and nutrients, probably things that we don't even know about, present, stored in the flesh of that animal from its awesome lifestyle, doing the right things, okay? You want to eat the hell. Our ancestors hunted and ate the very best member of a herd rather than unhealthy ones. And so these epithelial cells can absorb that better than, and it's a range. Like, not everybody can lift weights and not do the same thing in the gym. Not everybody's microvilli epithelial cells are going to do the same thing. So I'm throwing down for you another bio hack, another bioflex to see how healthy you are. You should be thinking about, I want a gut with microvilli that can do magical things. Why? Because you're going to be able to extract more goodness and awesomeness from this world. And in the end, this is going to fall apart. And I think that plays a huge role in what people aren't talking about, sarcopenia, because these cells are no longer doing that magical drawing in that protein and all the other compounds. I hear about protein, but it's everything else, because it just doesn't get inside of you and gets passed in your stool. And you want to be able to optimize and get that content into your body, that you can really absorb it. So it's sort of cheating if you're taking vitamins or methylene blue. You don't want to pea green for the sake of peeing green. You want to pea green because of the awesomeness inside your gut, your microbiome. And it's not just eating super healthy meat, super healthy grass-fed beef, but having that super healthy microbiome here. So grass-fed beef and beef that is grain-fed. So 50 times at least 50 times, I ate grain-fed beef and go to grass-fed beef. And when I did that, every single time, more green when I ate the grass-fed beef, and it would go away when I'd eat that grain-fed beef. So you wanna be eating that grass-fed beef so that you can have a higher level of nutrition coming into your gut. So I have no financial interest in Pimanis, but I promote them. If you use this you put this promo code, Dr. Sean, you'll get 25% off. Not a penny goes to me. Not a penny. So my followers get to buy this premium grass-fed beef, and I promote them because they're just awesome. It's grass-fed, grass-finished, low marbleization in that meat compared to this one, okay? That marbleization is disease. This animal walks better, runs better, lives better than this animal. So grass-fed with lower steatosis, grass-finished, that's what you want to do and get into that. Now, if you think that's too, you don't have that kind of money, I want you to read this comment. I want you to reflect on what your most important physical asset is, and that is your body. We talk about it all the time, and people don't understand it, and that's where you should be putting your money in, not your house, not your financial portfolio, not your car. Put it in your body. So make grass-fed beef, make the type of food that you put in your body more of a priority. Now, if you think you're just going to start peeing green, I've been optimizing my health for I've been being healthy for 13 years, probably optimizing my health seriously for 4, and getting a good idea about it for 7. But especially for the past 4 years, and critical, besides grass-fed beef, you've got to optimize your microbiome. I could put a bunch of grass-fed beef in somebody, and literally people are going to think, well, why am I not peeing green? And it's because those epithelial cells are not really healthy. You can put all that nutrient in there, but if you can't absorb it, and what's going to get them healthy is a healthy lifestyle and an optimized microbiome. So you've got to be eating these fermented foods. You got to be eating them, not for taste, you eat them for the microbes. Those microbes, John, go down into people who eat fermented foods, into their gut, and start living down there. And so if you're not getting those microbes in you, you're missing out on opportunity. Now, you're going to get it other ways, maybe through dirt, maybe through water, swimming in the ocean and lake and other lifestyles, and just hanging with people that are super healthy, have beneficial microbes. We're swapping them. But this is a biohack to really enhance your microbiome, is getting all these variety. And don't just get one jar of kimchi and think that, well, I'm optimizing my microbiome. That's one jar. You got to get like 20, okay? Get a variety. You got to build an African safari, a rainforest down there, and you got to eat your meat in this manner. Eat that grass-fed beef and chew it together to get these microbes in there. Very different. Dr. Sean is not just a carnivore doctor eating meat. I'm all about the microbiome to make this meat even better in your gut to extract more value. If you're a carnivore and you're not eating this way, you're only getting partial value. And that's why I work with my clients to be able to do that. And here's the end result picture. You know, this fluorescent green urine that I'm able to produce, and other clients and other people are getting this. And I've done a deep dive, John. The people that are getting this are people that are eating grass-fed beef. There are people that are optimizing their microbiome, eating ferments, and they're also eating liver. So I try to give an example of liver right here, and I have some pictures, a little show and tell. Piedmonte's grass-fed liver. And I have some other liver here. It's not, I'm not going to show you the label, but it's another brand, and it's all frosted over. But if you can see the exposed area, it's just not quite as dark. This has a more maroon color to it, and I think it's because it is probably more optimally grass-fed and grass-finished than this alternative meat product, grass-fed product. So, you know, how your meat looks is important. So when you're shopping in a supermarket or buying meat from some, you know, butcher or something, or a rancher, be your ancestor of 100,000 years ago. Be selective about looking at that animal in the herd that's the very healthiest. And you might be buying from a rancher who's got, you know, tons of meat in there, but you want to look for that one animal packaged up that's got lower marbleization, better color, and learn about those things rather than just buying any, you know, thing of steak. And for God's sakes, don't be buying the marbleized one. So that's really, really important. And of course, you know, another strategy is reading my book. You know, buy my ebook. It's cheap. You can get it through my profiles on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, X, LinkedIn. Go to my profile, and you can join my community, get access to that book, and have access to it. And of course, I have all my strategies in there in my Instagram and on my profile as well, on ways to follow me. So I'm all about optimization, and I really wanted to get this video out so people don't think that, you know, the objective is just to get green pea and they do this shortcut. It's kind of like cheating, in my opinion, taking B vitamins and methylene blue and other things to get green. You want to get your urine more attractive. The flex, again, is eating a piece of meat and seeing your pee turn green because of that. So hopefully I did a good job there explaining. What do you think? Did that make more sense to you?
When you're eating meat and you're not peeing green, it's a sign that you got to keep going and there's some more work to do. And when you take a pill and you get green pea, it doesn't necessarily say that much. But when you're eating healthy and you're peeing a healthy green, you can know that you are in the top percentile of humans in this world. So obviously we're here to help you guys out and grow on this journey. And the best way you could do that is to follow Dr. Sean on all of his socials, TikTok, Instagram. We're on Twitter, X, Facebook, YouTube, all of the above. And yeah, check out his book, check out the free strategies, and join our Alpha Health movement. We're really trying to make everybody better. And follow us, guys, right here at content@drshanomara.com. You can send in your own questions, comments, and we'll be able to respond to them in these videos just like we did. So join us next time. and we can't wait to see the next video.
Yeah, and if you're interested in being featured, on my show, you can, give me your tag and I'll put you up there. If you got a great question, I'd like to, do a shout out to you. So share that with me and just give me permission that I can tag you. And I also want to say, John, that was a good comment. Like, I love that. If you're eating grass-fed beef and you're not peeing green, you got some work to do. And, I do too. If I showed up 100,000 years ago, you came with me, the ancestors of old would look at us and run for the hills because they would be so terrified of the amount of disease that we manifest. So never think of yourself as really healthy. I'm not. I'm hopelessly diseased. But as optimized as I am, I always challenge myself that I can improve my health. And the reason is, boy, it really significantly improves my quality of life. So that's what we're about. And thank you very much for staying with us throughout the length of this. And we'll look for other opportunities with John, with Dr. Sean, to share your comments and your suggestions. All right. Well, thank you very much. And we will see you on another episode of John with Dr. Sean.
Crush the day, guys.